Good afternoon, YouTube. It is day 28, and for those who have been following along, you're probably wondering where I've been for the past couple of days. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a technical issue with my phone, and I wasn't able to upload any of the content that I wanted to from going to the air show the other day, etc. So I'm gutted I've not been able to upload every day before now. However, I'm going to rectify that. I'm going to upload content that is available on my phone, so at least then I have done a daily update. But progress has been good, so don't worry if anyone's thought I've dropped off the wagon or anything like that. No, well and truly in this plan for the long haul. It is day 28, so that marks the end of the 4th week on the plan. I did 800 calories for the past 5 days, I think it was, just to increase the calories for my food day. And now I'm back down to 600 calories today. I will be honest though, I'm feeling it today in terms of I know I'm on less calories today. So going back up to 8 and back down to 2, sort of fluctuating between the two, it's not as a case of just switching between the two without sort of cause and effect, you know? So yeah, that's right, cause and effect. So I've decreased my calories down to 600 again. It's not detrimental at all. I just know I can feel. I think I kind of fell into a routine of I'll have a shake or a bar at this time, and then at this time I'll have something, and then etc. And it just sort of rolled on like that. But today I didn't have my first shake until 10:30. So I'd fasted from 8 o'clock the previous day. So that's quite a long time to go without any sort of products or food. And the reason for that is just I was flat out today. You know, I just hadn't had a chance to... I didn't have a chance to just get my shake or bar in, you know. Pleased to say I've taken on delivery of my latest parcels from Exante. That's the last 2 parcels I'm likely to order. Not because I've fallen out of love with Exante, it's just that I've got enough products now to see me through to the end of this particular part of my journey. I'll probably have a surplus of stock, and I will be either keeping them for a little while longer just as a just in case type thing, or I will be putting them up for sale so other people can take advantage of the Exante diet. So yeah, I've got another... I did a little stock check, if you like, the other day. I'm good to go for at least 2 more months. 2 more months right now without purchasing anything else. I've got shakes and bars. I haven't got anything else. Yeah, so once I've run out, I don't think I'll be rebuying anything because I think there's enough now to keep me going. I've started thinking about the next steps for me as well. So looking into how I'm going to manage that. I've checked out MyFitnessPal as an app for my phone. I've looked at the internet about and done research into macro counting and sort of understanding the splits between the carbs, the fats, and the proteins, etc. It probably won't surprise you, but I have created a new spreadsheet, and I've spent quite a bit of time on this one. I like MyFitnessPal, but I don't like the fact you have to pay to access the more sort of minutiae detail. And things like that really wind me up, you know, because I can do it myself with a good spreadsheet. In fact, I haven't finished, I have started a spreadsheet that does everything MyFitnessPal offers as a premium service, and I will be in a position to offer that out to anyone in the future for free. I don't want a penny for it. I think dieting is such a commitment that, you know, there's no need to pay extra money for just good healthy lifestyle and choices and all that sort of stuff. So once I've got the spreadsheet to a position where I like it and it does everything I need it to do, I will be offering that as a freebie to anyone who's interested. But as it stands, it calculates what your suggested calorie intake for the day should be based on your current weight, your height, the level of activity that you're likely to undertake, and also the what was I going to suggest? Yes, the level of activity you're going to take. Yeah, that's it. I've also included in there though very low calorie diet as a suggestion as well, because like MyFitnessPal, for example, there's no point logging anything on that, because when it comes to closing out your diary entry, it won't let you, because you're well below the recommended calorific sort of intake for the day, which is rubbish, because if you're on a very low calorie diet, of course you're going to be below the recommended calorie intake. So that was the main reason why I didn't like MyFitnessPal as an option. However, I will say this spreadsheet is it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing, and it's going to meet all of my needs. But here's the rub. So MyFitnessPal is fantastic for having a resource of factual sort of information for nutritional value on food. There are American sort of search engines you can use to discover sort of nutritional information as well, which is just awesome. However, there's that requires, there's no sort of definitive list, and they do vary between different people, but it means I'm having to build my own sort of database on products. So I'm not going to build an exhaustive list whatsoever. I plan to build a resource or a database of products that I use as and when. So as I use a new product, I will add it to my spreadsheet. So things like broccoli, carrots, potatoes, corn, chicken pieces, tofu, all of these things that I'm going to start using. By the way, I don't know if you realise this, I'm going vegan when I do return back to eating real food again. It's a lifestyle choice as well as a health choice, yeah. So I will be building up that sort of database, but when I offer it out to people for free, I will make it easy for people to add extra products to the list, so then they can, when they're putting in their meals for the day, they can plan using the actual products, and it'll populate everything else properly. So you'll still get your accuracy in terms of your splits between the carbs, the fats, and the proteins. It'll also give you the different sort of minerals and vitamins and other stuff that's in food that we don't even know about sometimes. It's all going to be in there. So it's a massive task, one which I don't mind undertaking, because it's going to benefit me in terms of being able to plan better. So I'm really looking forward to getting that actually sort of finished, although it's probably never going to be finished, because that's the sort of person I am. I'm always developing something, so there's always going to be a version 2, then a version 3, then a version 4 and 5 and 6. So it's just going to get better and better and better as my own Excel sort of skills develop as well, and I learn something new. I then implement that into a real life situation, So the spreadsheet's going to be available when it is ready, I guess. What sort of things do you think it needs to have, by the way? Obviously, I would like to have some sort of way to plan my meals, which I've already got, and it gives me my calorie splits and the suggested sort of intake for the day based on my level of activity, my weight and my age, etc. Also, it's going to have a health section, so I can start tracking in there instead my current weight, my BMI, my waist measurements, all of that stuff. So I'd like to compile a really good sort of repository of information, data, so I can sort of analyze myself in the future, see if there's any patterns, and all that sort of stuff, so I can make healthier and more sort of informative decisions about how I approach things in the future. Data is so important, and I'll happily share some aspects of that data with others if they wish to sort of play around and do some analysis, etc. But data, it's massively important, very valuable actually. Data is, People are willing to pay for data. So, you know, that's how important it is. That no suggestion of money, by the way, just saying data is important. Anyway, so today, back down to 600 calories. Oh, wait, I haven't even told you what I weigh. Day 28. Drum roll. If I can get the sound effect, I'll put it in. If not, pretend I've done a drum roll. My weight is below 90 kilograms. But how far below is the question. It's 89.9 kilos. I've broken the 90 kilo barrier. For the past couple of days, I've fluctuated. I've gone, I think it was 90.6. I went down to 90.2. Then I went back to 90.4. Then back down to 90.2. And now I've hit 89.9, which is just incredible, you know. And I predicted my water retention was going to happen. And like clockwork, bodies are amazing, you know. But like clockwork, I was retaining that water, and then all of a sudden, I've dropped it again overnight. You know, so it's just great. Quick confession. Although I'm not guilty, and I don't feel guilty anyway. But when I went to Swansea to watch the air show, I've got some footage of this, so you will see it. I took some bars with me, but there's a new restaurant in Swansea called Denny's. It's an American chain. I think it's the first one ever in Wales. I'm not sure if it's the first in the UK, but certainly in Wales. And when in Rome, you've got to try things, I suppose. So we'd spent the whole sort of day wandering around the air show, so I'd built up quite a calorie sort of deficit already. And the prospect of having a bar in the heat, it just didn't really appeal to me. And I was on my food week. There's my rationale. Anyway, I went to Denny's. I've got some footage. I'll definitely show that. Now, Denny's is famous for its pancakes, burgers, panini. You know, you name it, it's got it. And it's famous for its bottomless drinks, so coffees, sodas, whatever. But they do have something called a fit menu, and I was happy to see that the fit menu had some vegan options, and some really healthy options actually. So I actually had a veggie platter, a veggie skillet. Sorry, it's called a veggie skillet. If you do the nutritional value on that, it comes in at 330 calories, which isn't bad. I was on an 800 calorie day, so I had a breakfast and a bar, so I had another 400 calories left to go. So 330 calories, it was perfect. I said vegan, right? It did have 2 eggs, and I opted for poached eggs, but it was just a lovely combination of sort of potatoes, red and green peppers, some red onion, and some mushrooms. That was it. It was just a nice mix of that with some seasoning and some sort of I don't know some sort of spices. I don't know what they were, but it was lovely. And with the poached eggs on the top as well, and they were perfect poached eggs. It was just melting in my mouth. You know, it wasn't a huge portion, which is good because actually portion control is so important, right? And I definitely suffer with portion distortion, or used to anyway. So when this portion came out, I thought, "Oh, that looks a bit small," but actually it was the right size, and I was eating it sufficiently fast enough to enjoy it, but slow enough so I didn't overeat, but it was just the right amount of food, and I'm pleased to say that I've still lost weight. I'm still in ketosis. It was just a really good, healthy choice. So yeah, just because you're on the man plan or the TS, it does not mean you don't have to eat food. You just need to make the right choices, the healthy choices, and the only people you're cheating are yourselves. So I had 3 mugs of coffee, black filter coffee, no calories in that really. Just a diuretic, I don't know, dehydration thing. Yeah. Anyway, good fun. Won't be doing that again though for a long time because I'm trying to save money. Came in at about £25 with tips on top of that. So it was a good day out. I enjoyed it. And I don't feel guilty whatsoever. I really enjoyed it, and it was nice to be out with the wife doing something lovely. So, just to confirm then, quick recap. Day 28 today, that's the 4th week down. Looking forward to uploading some more content on day 29 as we fast approach the end of my first month on this plan, which is just incredible, and how fast it's gone. It's awesome. Feeling energetic, really pleased. Loads of people are noticing that I've lost loads of weight as well at work. I'm determined to wear the same shirt and trousers that I have been the whole time, but it looks like I'm wearing a frigging tent at the moment. So at some point I need to make a decision as to whether I go out and buy some more clothes. Lovely third world problem to have, right? Yeah, so I'm going to need some new clothes. I might go to a charity shop in the first instance and just get some cheap workwear just so I can continue with my weight loss, because what I don't want to do is spend any decent sort of money on clothing just so I can grow out of it in the right way, not the wrong way. Yeah, so that's kind of that. Also, a quick update on the horse box, because obviously that was something else I was talking about before I disappeared for a couple of days. So I took the horse box in to have its plating yesterday. Unfortunately, but for the right reasons, it didn't pass straight away. There was a problem with one of the cross members underneath, which supports the floor under the horse area. I'm so pleased it failed on that, because it highlighted that needed to be changed. So that's cost me 20 quid to buy a sort of section of steel, which I'm going to bolt in myself. More than comfortable doing that, and that's going to support the floor. So I'm really, really pleased that was found, because I would hate to have sold it to someone else and that have been an issue. So all about safety. These platings and MOTs, by the way, it's all about safety. So I'm really pleased that. Also, it failed on the headlights. There was insufficient sort of light being emitted, and that's due to the silver sort of surround around the bulb. That had all sort of tarnished and become quite black, so it was sort of it wasn't reflecting the light whatsoever. So that was both headlights, and considering the headlights are 1989, yeah, they're quite old, right? They've lasted a while, so I've replaced those for a cool £195. So I had them delivered today, so I'm going to fit them to the box tomorrow. And an indicator bulb, which actually wasn't blown, it was just loose, so I've tightened that up, and that was it. Everything else, solid engine, solid metal, all over the place. And this thing is really old, by the way, 1989. Yeah, and it's going strong. Starts every time on the button. It's incredible. So it's going in for a retest next week once I've replaced all the bits I need to replace, and that will be up for sale, guys. So if anyone is interested in purchasing a horse box, it is a G-Reg 1989 Ford Iveco Cargo, and I will be asking for about £4,500 for a quick sale. I'll happily take a reasonable offer. Plug. It's going elsewhere on sale and all that sort of stuff, guys, but you never know. There's always horsey people around, but it's going to be sold with a full plating. Obviously it's been well looked after, all that sort of good stuff. Anyway, enough about horses and plugging and getting some free advertising. This has been an incredibly long video. I'm going to split the footage out, so this is going to be updated for day 28. There will be some footage released for the other days that I've missed and that I've got some stuff available for, so there will be some other uploads, so please look out for those today. But until then, I will catch you tomorrow on day 29, where I will be discussing my feelings, my thoughts, and what products I'm having. And my hair's looking pretty nice today, by the way. Distracted, I'm easily distracted. Had a shave as well. Anyway, take care, guys. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye.